Okay, sub-Q. The crate souls. How do I say it? The crate souls. Oh, they're going back. So, KC8FQV. Yep, it's quiet now. But the crate crudules, I can't say that word. It's the cartoon characters. But they're not cartoon characters. They're just the duels that do the Boredom Breaker Net. KC8FQV.
KC8FQV, KD8SLG. I was coming down the hall. Thought I heard you, Mark. What's up?
Oh, yes, I did. I just said I said the Cake Crusade, they're going to come back. You know, something less cartoon, I can't remember it now. But the duels are coming back. So that's all I was saying. So people, if they're driving around, know that there is going to be activity. I got Heinz 57 here. 57 degrees out. I got to go check it again. That was an hour or two ago. I think it's going to be a warm one again. Decent day. So, I guess you must be getting better and you're going to be able to sit for the whole hour. Well, it shouldn't be that difficult to be able to sit. If you have to, you can swing your legs around and whatever to do to make yourself comfortable throughout the net. KC8FQV.
You know, Mark, the main reason I didn't want to do nets for the first couple of months after this happened is because the meds I was on completely removed anything that even resemble filters for me. And I need filters.
Oh, yeah. Just like you read the meds, some of them say, don't operate equipment, don't drive, so, yep. I know exactly what you're saying. I sometimes feel that, oh, no, them meds ain't going to do that to me, but yeah, but that's okay. But, hey, we got you back, and, it sounds like you guys at least survived somewhat of the storm down there, the way it was going. Well, you were saying that it was kept coming around and people were having nets pop up and things happening. Yeah, I heard that Route 70 along there, it really was, I guess, a lot of wind down there along 70 in Tuscarawas County. KC8FQV.
Yeah, we had a couple of rounds of storms last night. A couple of little towns around us were completely out of power. So, had a couple of little brownouts. But, all right, buddy, I'm going to go grab me a Mountain Dew. Make room for it before I link us up here. So, I'll be making the announcement here and as soon as I get back. KC8FQV, KD8SLG. Talk to you later, Mark.
Yep, KC8FQV. I'll be watching the background here for the couple minutes until Dustin and everyone gets in their positions. So KCFQV.
This is KD8SLG. We'll be linking up to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net for the next couple of hours with our friends, the Roger County Wireless Association out in Oklahoma. That runs for about 2 hours. KD8EPC has the first hour, our very own Dustin. KI5OZZ Nancy has the second hour. Not only welcome, but encouraged to check in with the NCOs on their respective hours. So we'll be linking up now. The net will start in about a minute and a half, top of the hour. Everyone, please stand by. It's KD8SLG, clear. This is 837EX. Mobile. Stop. Bull Run Mountain. Listening on 220. Station calling. You're not quite making the repeater. Please try again. This is KD7EX. W8WKY. Nothing heard. This is KD7EX. Mobile. Stop. Bull Run. 220.
Good afternoon and welcome to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC and I'll be your net control for the first hour today. The Boredom Breaker Net meets every day at noon Central Time on the RCWA repeater Allstar node 49562 and EchoLink N5XQK-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Arkansas, Virginia, and various other repeaters. We just ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations waiting to check into the Boredom Breaker Net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8, LYJ, Bob in Barberton.
Norway 4 is Charlie Tango, N4ICP, Bob in Glen Allen, Virginia. AB8 Alpha Bravo 8, Mike Oscar, short time.
Charlie Sierra Papa, Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa, Richard in Paris, Texas.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, Fred, Akron, EchoLink. I'm going to be in and out this afternoon, Dustin. You guys have a great net, 7-3 to you and everyone else in here. KD8EPC, WA8, KOC.
KE8,
T. Fred in Medina, Ohio.
All right, what a nice orderly list of tech check-ins here. Let me tell you who I've got. I have W8KOC Fred in and out there. I have K8LYJ Bob. I have N4. I think that's wrong. I'm going to have to come back for the November 4 station because I think I may have gotten it wrong. And I have AB8MO. I have WB9CST Richard and KEQFT. Let me go back and confirm this one. Is that November 4 station? Is that November 4 Italy Tango Charlie? Is that correct? Somebody doubled with you.
Negative. Norway 4, Italy, Charlie, Tango. Norway 4, Italy, Charlie, Tango.
All right, that's what I thought, Bob. I knew I had it close, but not quite. So we got you on the list there. We'll get right back to you. Let me start with my short time real quick, though. AB8MO at the lunch table. How you doing, Andy, and what's for lunch?
All righty. Well, reading the back of the list is most helpful. I found out if I try to go check Netscraper, I get booted off of Echo Stake, so it helps to know I could just stay put and know I've been acknowledged. So thanks for getting me in there, Dustin. It's 81 degrees here in the shop. At least it's not humid, but that's going to change here in another month. So having my typical turkey and ham sandwich. So anyhow, I don't have anything else further. I wanted to get in here on your hour and listen along until EchoLink boots me off, which is pretty frequent. For whatever reason, this phone does not like EchoLink. My last one I didn't have a problem with, so I don't know what the problem is. I guess it's just me. So back to you there, Dustin. Everybody have a great afternoon. Catch you all tonight, hopefully. I'll be running the Warren Amateur Radio Association Club Net tonight, so if you're in range, the 14697 at 9 o'clock, be sure to check in. And if those of you who aren't in range, which is a vast majority, I guess I'll catch you all on the Beacon Net tonight. Probably be late for the pre-show. KD8PC, this is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, we'll be listening, and I'll try, but I doubt I can make that repeater, so we'll see what happens. But great to hear you, and we'll be listening for you later on. We'll say 73 for now, and it's going to bring me back up here to Bob, K8LYJ. What's going on?
KD80PC, K88LYJ. Good afternoon there, Dustin. Not much going on. Just trying to get into the work week. My work week has odd days because of the way the paper's published. Did have some great news. Woke up this morning, found out the VA had bumped my rating. So that was welcome news. Other than that, not much going on. You have a great day. Great day to everybody on the net. K88LYJ.
All right there, Bob. Well, great to hear you out there, and that is some good news. Great to hear it. So we'll say 73 to you, and I hope to catch you again later on this evening. We're going to stick around and talk to another Bob now, N4ICT. What's going on, Bob? How are things in Virginia?
Good afternoon, Dustin and the group, N4ICT in Glen Allen, Virginia. Well, I tell you what, I ventured outside, and if I knew it was this nice, I probably would have came out an hour earlier. I'm sitting out here in the chair, just in front of the apartment on the walkway. A bunch of trees. I'll probably be sneezing here in a few minutes, but very nice day. It's about 83, 84 degrees. The only one thing wrong with this afternoon, I have a doctor visit at 3 o'clock, so it's going to mess it up. But other than that, we're doing great. And you're sounding good, Dustin. So we'll turn it back to you. Not much to add here. Just want to say hello. Norway 4, Italy, Charlie, Tango. Back to net.
right there, Bob. Well, great to hear you, and best of luck at the doctor. And it's pretty nice here for the time I've been outside. I think I'm going to go do some other yard work and things after the net. So good luck with the doctor. It's great to hear you, and we'll catch you down the log. And going to take me on over to Texas now. We're going to go talk to Richard, WB9CSP. What's going on?
Yeah, Whiskey Bravo 9, Charlie Sierra Papa, coming in on M17, and it's pouring rain here right now. We just had a tornado warning that was allowed to expire, so we're in the severe thunderstorm and tornado watch right now. But other than that, not too much else going on. I seem to be the only one when I hear this net that checks in on M17, so I don't know, I guess it's not really caught on yet, but yeah, how are things up in Ohio? My mom's from Fort Clinton, Ohio, up by Lake Erie.
I'll tell you, Richard, things are fine here in Ohio. We had a gnarly line of storms come through yesterday, but fortunately for me, everything was kind of south of us. It went way south and east. It hit Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area pretty hard from what I saw, but we just had a little bit of rain and a quick light show here in our part of Ohio. We're in Medina, just about 25 miles straight south of Cleveland.
Yeah, I've heard of Arkin. I've never been there. The only place I've been when we would go visit my mom's parents a couple of years ago is Sandusky. But I don't know if you make the Hamvention in Dayton, but I've always wanted to go. I've just been trying to save up my money so I can finally make it.
I got you, Richard. Sandusky's right up the way there. Oh, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes west, northwest. And yeah, I've been to Hamvention several times, and actually I'm going again this year. It's a couple of weeks from now, so looking forward to that. But with that, Richard, we're going to turn it back to you one more time here, and then we got to get on down the log. So back to you.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like to check into this net from all over, so I won't keep you. But thanks for having me through M17. WB9 Chicago-style pizza. Back to you.
All right there, Richard. Well, great to hear you. And yeah, M17 is it's making it, but there's still some transcoding that needs to get worked on because it's like I heard what you said, but there's a lot of like packet loss or pixelization kind of with you. I don't know how to describe it, but I heard most of what you said, but it didn't sound good, if that makes sense. So we'll say 73 for now, and I hope that it does improve, and I'm sure it will as more people get onto the M17 there. So let's go down here now to Uncle Fred, QFT. What's going on the north end of town?
Well, I assume everything is okay for your property. As you said, we didn't get much here. The sirens went off last night, the tornado siren, so I got off the club net and returned later. Like there was, maybe I was gone for half an hour or so and came back when Fox 8 gave the all clear on that tornado warning. Southern Medina and northern Wayne County headed for Wadsworth, and then on down the road. It weakened out, fortunately. So I'm having a problem with the first time I ever had a problem with Netlogger. So it looks like the message I got was I was not connected to the internet. Oh, well. I've never had a problem of any significance with Netlogger. And then, other than that, not much going on. KE8, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. Well, good to hear you, and go Guardians. Yeah, we were out there. I'll tell you what, when I was during the net, I checked into the club net last night, and then I ran to go grab something to eat, and tornado sirens went off, so I turned around and come home, and then we got the all clear there. So good to hear you, Uncle Fred. We'll say 73, and we'll hope to, well, I won't catch you tonight. Josh and Lucy will catch you tonight. I have no responsibilities whatsoever. So we'll say 73. Uncle Fred was the bottom of the list of the stands. We picked up a couple off of the blue screen. We have N5GLO Bill. We have KJ5KLK Russell. We have N5KBD Pete was in and out. We have KC5FM Lloyd, and I have KD5AFS Grant. But any stations waiting to check in the Boredom Breaker net, this is KD80PC. Please call out.
This is KC8, Fox Queen Victor. KC8, FQV. I want to check Netlogger in a second. This is
Hello, Delta 4, Yankee Victor Victor, KD4, YVV, Jefferson, Virginia.
Control, this is Kilo Charlie 4, Juliet Golf Charlie, KC4 JGC Tractor Trailer Mobile. On Southside, Virginia.
November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee, N8BAY, Grafton Stowe.
All right, let me tell you who we picked up here. We picked up KC8FQV, Northern Mark. We have KD4YVV, Jeff. We had KG40YF, Kevin, and Virginia was in and out there. We'll wave a hand at Kevin. We have KC4JGC, Steve Mobile there. We'll be right back to you. And we have N8BAY, Ralph. Let me start with my mobile real quick here. KC4JGC, Steve, how you doing? What's going on?
Good afternoon, Dustin, and everyone else on the net here. Just got off of Interstate 85 onto US 58. Eastbound, heading back to the Port of Virginia from Old Fort, North Carolina, which is about 20 miles due east of Asheville. Picked up an export going to the Philippines eventually. And beautiful day. Temperature right now on the dashboard says 86 degrees. And so, yeah, partly cloudy skies and beautiful day for driving. Left Old Fort this morning just a little bit after, well, it wasn't quite 9 o'clock yet this morning. So I've got about 2.5 hours. I should be at the Fort in Norfolk, and then I get to get ready for tomorrow. So now I'll be heading out tomorrow for Oxford, North Carolina, to pick up another export. So at least for now, exports are happening. There's plenty of imports for sure. So don't believe anyone who says there are ships coming into ports that are empty. That's never going to happen. If a ship is not going to make a profit leaving China, Europe, anywhere, it's not going to sail. I say that because, I see stuff on Facebook that says, ships are coming in empty or leaving empty. It's not going to happen. It really isn't. They'll cancel the sailing. A shipping company will cancel the sailing and combine, you know, 2 separate sailings into one, you know, on one ship, and then go with that. But a ship will never go anywhere without any freight on board. So, anyway, that's my words of wisdom today. Don't believe anyone that says ships are coming in empty. It's not happening. It's false. So, anyway, with that little bit of wisdom, I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you for letting me jump in here for a few minutes this afternoon. And until next time, KC4JGC.
All right there, Steve. Well, great to hear from you today, and we really appreciate your port reports there, and keep them up there. So we'll say 73. Mobile safely out there, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log real soon. Let's jump back on up here to the top and over to Texas. Talk to N5GLO. How you doing there, Billy, out on the porch?
N5GLO net, yes, sir. I am on the porch. Breeze is starting to pick up a bit. We're supposed to have rain starting in about 20 or 30 minutes. And starting this evening, we're supposed to have thunder showers tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll see what happens. And I understand what he says about those ships. I grew up in Galveston. No, ships don't go around empty. It's just that unless there's something wrong with the ship and they're having to get it to repair it, even then they try not to be empty. That's just like saying, that'd be like saying half the 18-wheelers on the road were just running down there empty to make it look like they had business. They wouldn't spend the money on the fuel for that. Anyway, some people do say some strange things on Facebook. Anyway, other than that, everything's going pretty well for me right now. I may or may not be on the net tomorrow because I am hitting the road tomorrow afternoon to head down to be with my daughter and son-in-law while he has a little bit of surgery this weekend, and give her support, and it's all that good stuff. So anyway, everyone have a good one. That's 5GLO.
All right there, Bill. Well, great to hear you out there, and good luck with all that rain and thunder showers and stuff that's coming. That's unfortunate, but it's coming here tomorrow too. But today is really good there. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you on down the log. And I'm not going to forget him. He's the big W, so I better catch him while he's here. KUIB, John, how you doing? Let's try that one more time. KUIB, John, are you there?
KD8EPC from KD8UIB. Good afternoon, Dustin, everybody out there on the net. Sorry, I just heard that in the background real quick. I was just finishing up on something here at work, and just want to jump on, say hello to everybody, and it is a beautiful afternoon, and with that, I'm just going to say hi. This is K8UIB, living the $5 dream, and they're quite a time. I'm going to hand this back over to Net Control 73, y'all. Thanks for getting me in, guys.
All right there, John. We'll say 73 to you, and don't have too much fun at the Big W. And I hope you get a chance to go out and enjoy some of that beautiful weather. So we'll say 73 to you. That's going to bring me back here to the top to KJ5KLK. Russell, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Dustin. This is KJ5KLK. I'm in Claremore, Oklahoma. Been sitting here watching the rain all morning. We're currently under a flood warning. Flood watch, I should say. And then about 2 hours just southeast of me, they're currently under a tornado warning. So I'll be sending this weather to you from Oklahoma up your way. I'm sure you'll get it probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw tomorrow's weather is calling for rain and thunderstorms, and I'm okay getting some rain. We really need it here. I was out riding the bike the other day and creeks, rivers, lakes, everything seems to be pretty down here. So I hope we do get some rain, and the weather just kind of comes with it, and that happens. But we had some storms last night. They went south of us, luckily, and as long as it's nothing too crazy, I think we'll be able to handle it, right?
Yeah, I came through Ohio last week on my way back from New Hampshire, and I noticed things weren't at pool, it didn't look like, but we're definitely not having that problem here in Oklahoma. All of our lakes are at or above pool, so we're getting in good shape heading into the summer.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll get some weather here. Like I said, everything seems to be low, but a couple of days of nice steady rain would probably do it for us. So there you go. Do you have anything else for us today?
No, I don't guess I have anything else, Dustin. Wish all of y'all the best, and 73 to you, and back to net control.
All right there, Russell. Well, it's great to talk to you, and I hope to catch you again there down the log. And next time you make your way through Ohio, you better look us all up and stop by and say hello there. So we'll say 73 and catch you on down the log, and that's going to bring me down here now to KC5 FM. Lloyd, what's going on in Kansas?
Weather speaking, relatively not much. This is KC5 FM. And thanks for picking me up, Dustin. Top of the item is the tornado warning, which was just mentioned. You got 20 minutes left on it in Haskell County, Oklahoma. And looking at the bigger picture, down the Arclifex of Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, there's a tornado watch down there. So if you're motoring out there, please remember to be safe. We have 63 degrees on the radio porch here with 10-mile-an-hour winds. But you step out into it, and that 10-mile-an-hour wind will give you wind chill. Repeater Book has some updates coming out, some new improvements. And speaking of Repeater Book, my favorite daughter got me a gift certificate to Ham Radio Outlet. So this morning I spent some time looking in the catalog I just got in the mail and spent my gift certificate. And you can't spend just a gift certificate. They're always going to give you a gift certificate that you have to add something to. So I added something to it. But all that gift certificate is gone. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Please be safe. Please be safe. Flood watches mean you don't drive over roads you can't see. Do not drive into water. Please, please, please don't. KC5 FM, over.
All right there, Lloyd. Well, great to hear you. And I'll tell you, I think the term they use around here is turn around, don't drown. So there you go. Great to hear you, Lloyd. 73. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you on down the log. All right, let's go to Grant now. KD5 AFS. Good afternoon, Grant. What are you smoking?
KD8EPC in the net, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Dustin, and howdy, Nick on the keyboard there. I'm sort of smoking, Dustin. I've got the pellet grill out under the front porch, and I got 2 racks of baby backs going. I don't really consider it a smoker, but, you know, it's good. Ribs will be fine, but they just don't have the same flavor as a stick burner. But my son brought these 2 racks of ribs over a couple of weeks ago, and I'm supposed to cook them today, so I'd have to have waiters to get out to the stick burner right now. We've had 4 inches of rain, a little over in the last 2 days, and about 12 inches of rain for the month.
So other than that, I've got the ribs going out there. The ribs are about. They're for my grandson. It's his 9th birthday today, and he likes Grandpa's ribs, so that's the only reason I'm cooking. I may try to get me a couple of racks in on the stick burner this weekend. It's supposed to be pretty nice. Other than that, Dustin, thanks for picking me up. Everybody have a great day, and I will send it back to Net. KD5 AFS.
All right there, Grant. Well, great to hear you. And boy, those ribs sound like they're going to be good, but the stick burner ones will probably be even better. And I'll tell you, next time we visit Oklahoma, we might have to crash your place for a barbecue feast. We had a brisket at Jarrison's last time. We'll have to make this one too high. Great to hear you, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. Let's go over to Northern Mark now.
All right, KCFQV, yeah, we got 60 degrees here now. Yeah, I was going to ask Andrew, maybe he's listening still. I'll catch him tonight, maybe. I call it the dandelion store, Dollar General. They pop them up so fast. I was going to ask him, is there one right across the street? I think from the 015 repeater. It says the address says there's one there when I look in their app. But when I look on Google Maps, it don't show nothing there. So I was going to just ask him that. Yeah, well, I was going to jump in and just ask him if there is one out there. Them things, it seems like they go every 5 miles, it seems. But, not much else are happening. I went to that meeting last night, and they talked about weather radar. Yeah, it was a good presentation. Radar don't do much transmitting, it does more listening. But other than that, yeah, I heard you guys had some weather down that way from Nick and you guys on the net. And I got home, my mom said, yeah, that thing over there, I got the that weather warning from DX Engineering a couple years ago, and she said, yeah, it went off last night. Well, I was up at the Willoughby at the meeting. So, yeah, it flashes the strobe and it'll start sounding. But, yeah, I got a couple of code red calls and text messages. So we'll send it back to Net Control, KC8FQV.
All right there, Mark. Yeah, the weather mostly went south of us here. I'll tell you what, I was out going to grab a bite to eat, and the tornado sirens went off, so I turned around and came home. But nothing really happened. We got a little bit of rain and light show here, but everything south, they got hit pretty hard south of here. So down Dover, New Philadelphia, I think they got hit down there pretty good. So we'll say 73T and catch you on down the log, and that's going to take me on over here to Jeff, KD4YVV. This is KD80PC. Take it away.
Okay, it's 84 degrees here in Prince George County, Virginia. We're just south of Petersburg and also south of Richmond, about 24 miles. Yeah, we just got back from the store, ran some errands, got our car going good, so we've been enjoying it. Well, we don't stay out long, but we've been enjoying it. And then doing a few errands and stopped by the Books of Me, and I'm a big fan of Edgar Allan Poe. Mostly his life story. He used to live down the road from here many years ago, during the 1830s and 40s. And I like some of his stories, Annabelle Lee, and if you ever watched The Monsters, if you're fortunate enough to watch, you remember the bird said, "Nevermore." Anyway, that came from Edgar Allan Poe. And so we picked up a few things, a little compartment box, and what else I did? Forgot what the other thing was. Oh, little miniature things. to make sure I'm in the repeat. I think I moved away. But anyway, like I said, we're a big fan. We go all over the place. Only place we never been is the actual burial place in Baltimore, Maryland. But we will go there one day, if the good Lord's willing. And I just like that mystery stuff. I don't care for horror movies, but I love the story about his life. KD4YVV, back over to you.
All right there, Jeff. That all sounds real good, and it's great to hear you, my friend, as always. So we'll say 73 and look forward to catching you down the log. And it's going to bring me on over here to Stowe. We're going to talk to Ralph, N-A-B-A-Y. How you doing?
This is N8BAY. Good afternoon, Dustin, and everyone on the net. Well, I'm out on my daily walk. I hope it's not too noisy. I just passed a lawn mowing service, and I couldn't even hear myself think. But I think I'm past it now, so should be coming in pretty clear. Anyway, I'm solo on my walk today. My wife's back was bothering her, so she opted not to go. So I took off alone. Anyway, got my, it's WinLink Wednesday, so I got my WinLink emails done this morning, and just taking it easy the rest of the day. Just sitting on the front porch while I get back and enjoy this beautiful weather. Anyway, this is NABAY, back to net control.
All right there, Gary, and I'll tell you, one of these days I'm going to remember about WinLink Wednesday and fire up to 7,000 and hit up the WinLink there. It's not set up right now. It hooks up to a USB and goes through this little box. It's a whole ordeal to make it work, but I got WinLink working on here, so I'll have to try to do that one of these days. But Gary Ralph, we'll say 73 and catch you down the log. Let's see. I see it. Hello, friends. 858. But who else is out there and ready to check in? This is KD8ETC with the Boredom Breaker Net. Please call now.
Whiskey America 2, Charlie Lima
Nick
Papa.
down here in Cibolo.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha.
Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI50ZZ, The Oz, Pegs, Oklahoma.
All right, we picked up a few there. Let's see here, waiting on the Netlogger to load. But in the meantime, KF580, Nick, I did hear you. I'll be right back to you. And we got Miss Sandy there. Like I said, we have RevTech MT5EVF, Alex. Let's see there. Boy, the Netlogger is really slow today. I know we had Neil WD8LLA in there also. That very first one, I think I missed. So I'm going to go to that very first station, WA something, and you got stomped on. WA Whiskey Alpha station, come back again.
Okay, it's Whiskey Alpha 2, Charlie Lima Papa, Dan in Hackensack, New Jersey. How copy?
Copy it just fine there now. Yeah, I just missed you the first time, Neil, and you doubled, so we got you that time. We'll be right back to you. Let's start at the top here. Let's go to Nick, Nickelodeon, KF580E. How you doing?
Good morning. First of all, I want to just say I apologize for the horrible typing skills of mine and the terrible spelling skills of mine on the blue screen, because I'm trying to type and it just doesn't come across very well. So I should just stay off the blue screen. But I'm glad to get on here vocally, or audibly, I guess, and get a chance to check in this time. We heard you in there. We were just decided to go ahead and log into it. You came across pretty choppy there for a little while. That's what caused my little bit of a confusion to begin with, Dustin, with the with the audio, but it's cleared up now again, so it's all good. Beyond that, everything's going well down here. Enjoying it. Get a chance, take a look at the Medina. I was talking about the Medina Lake and Canyon Lake area up here. They're just so badly dry. They're down about 50% or more, and that's a lot for a lake that's as large as they are. If you take a look around the San Antonio, Medina's to the west of San Antonio, Canyon Lake's up towards New Braunfels, Texas. So it's pretty sad. We're hoping for some weather. We'll see if we get some rain out of the deal or not. But we're on the southern tip of the squall line that goes on, and so that's what causes our little lack of severe weather, and that's a good sense. But we don't get much rain out of it either. So with that, I'm going to return it back to net control and let you get on to the next call, which I think is Sandy, but I'm not sure. And Dustin, thanks you so much. Nick, thanks for picking us up on the blue screen. You guys take care. Have a good day. Everybody else on the net. Be safe. KF5 ADE. Clear?
All right there, Nickelodeon. It's great to hear you as always. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you on down the log. And I do apologize if I'm a little noisy. There's some band conditions going, and I'm hearing other repeaters when I let off the key. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll go to Miss Sandy now, KG5SYC. Take it away.
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Dustin, and Nick, and Ray, and all those in Oklahoma. Stay safe out there with those tornadoes flying around and whirling you guys around. We don't want you to end up in Kansas, but hey, if it's going to throw you anywhere, maybe they can throw you to Texas, particularly South Texas. You won't get as many tornadoes there at any rate. Not a lot going on today. We don't have the grandsons. They're home with their Abba, which they call Dad. It's Dad, and they call him Abba. So that is just something that John picked up when he was real little. It was like with them taking him to church and everything from being a baby. They talk about Abba Father. And so he started calling his dad Abba. And so he's not Dad. And to him, when you say Dad, he kind of gets confused. So he's Abba. But nonetheless, we don't have them. And Dad's off from school for a week. So he doesn't have to be stressed. He can be at home and take care of the house. So with that, nothing else going on here. Wish we could get some rain. It would help out a lot, and everything. So this is KG5SYC. Back to you, Net Control.
All right there, Miss Sandy. Well, great to hear you as always. And we're going to say 73 to both of you, and it's always a pleasure to hear you. So we'll look forward to catching you guys down the log real soon. Well, let's go over here to RevTev now, K6KJV. How you doing?
Well, thank you very much, sir, Dustin, for the handoff. I appreciate it. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and I want to thank Nick for picking me up here on the dashboard today and last night. If you call me, sorry, buddy, I didn't bail on you. I just had a phone call. And so, Dustin, or is it Mr. Dustin? Oh, doing a good job. I do want to take and reiterate, you were a little choppy, had some fried bacon going on there, making me hungry. I'm coming in through Doylestown on the 211 there on Allstar, and it wasn't sounding too good there for a while, but you're sounding pretty good now. I just wanted to stop in and give you and Nick a shout out there, and give you one for the count there, and I know I'm probably going to be talking to y'all later on tonight, unless it's not your night, but if it's not, then I'll be thinking about you. So with that, I'll shut up and say God bless, and 73 to each and every one of all y'all, your families and friends. And turn the mic back to you there, Dustin, from K6KJV. It's all yours, sir.
All right there, Kevin. Well, great to hear you. And, yeah, tonight is the Josh and Lucy show, so you'll probably hear me, but I'm just kind of on the side there. And we've got some band conditions going on. Whenever I let off the key, whenever there's a pause there, I hear another repeater going there with, like, 3 to 5 S units. So there's some band conditions, and I'm going to blame Canada, if I'm being honest with you. So there you go. Hi. Great to hear you, Kevin. We'll say 73, and double D's is always the answer. We know that. Let's go on down to Alex, K5AVF. How you doing there, Alex? What do you know? It's been a while.
Hi, good afternoon, Dustin. KD8EPC, this is K5AVF Alex here, 10 miles south of Tulsa. Let me turn around and look. We've got 59 degrees and an inch and 3/4 of rain so far today, and it's raining right now, and lightning and everything else is going on outside that you can think of that has to do with cloudy weather and a lot of water out there. Just came in from the hospital a little while ago, and the roads from between me and St. Francis are, well, they're flooding. There's a lot of standing water on the road. You got to be careful out there, guys. So anyway, you may not get a lot of check-ins from Oklahoma, especially if they're going FM or over the air, because everybody's probably disconnected there, or should be if they're not. Anyway, Dustin, good to hear you, and thanks for being there on Wednesdays. Appreciate it a lot. Talk to you later. KD8EPC, K5AVF. Back to you.
All right there, Alex. Well, great to hear you today. And, yeah, everybody, we haven't had a ton of Oklahoma check-ins, just a few, but hope everybody out there is safe, and hopefully the storms all pass you guys soon there. But great to hear you, Alex, and we love being here on Wednesdays. Me and Nick really enjoy doing it, and I'm glad to have him back there behind the screen. So all I have to do is follow the pink line and talk to everybody. Hi. So Alex73, we'll catch you on down the log, and let's go here to Dan now, WA2CLP. How you doing?
Okay, I'm doing fine, thanks. WA2CLP, name is Dan in Hackensack, New Jersey. I've checked into the Boredom Breakers net off and on over the years, but I'm using a different connection here on EchoLink. It sounds really clear. The N5XQK repeater in Claremore, Oklahoma. Everybody's sounding good on that. I'm on my smartphone here, looking at the Google Maps to see where that is in Oklahoma, and I see it. Okay, very good. Everybody's sounding good. It's a great net, and thanks for running it. I'll turn it back to Net Control from Whiskey Alpha 2, Charlie Lima Papa.
All right there, Dan. Well, great to hear you. And yeah, the N5XQK is that's where the repeater the net originates from there. So that's the direct link. So that's the best way to get in. Absolutely. So I'm glad to have you that way, and you're sounding real good. So we'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log there. And great to have you once again. All right, we're gonna pass it on over here to Neil, WD8LLA. How you doing there, Neil? Let her drop and take it away.
KD8EPC, Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha. Good afternoon, my friend. Dustin, how's everything going? Hello to everybody on the net today, especially out west. I hear people need rain, and there's some that don't need any rain. It sounds like west. I've been watching the weather a lot. It's been pretty rough out through there. We're fortunate here in Ohio. We don't get hammered like they do most places. But don't have a lot. Mowed this week. We went to camp yesterday and did a lot. I weed-eated and mowed. Today I feel like I was under the mower, but I just wanted to jump in and say hi. And I talked to the guy the other night. I watched Browns do that, whatever they pick up new players. And it didn't look like these young fellows was very happy they got drafted as Browns. If I was a top player in college, it scared me to death to get drafted by the Browns. Anyhow, the one guy said the other night, he said, don't worry about it. He said, the Browns is so bad, he said, oh, if you show up early enough, you might get to play. WD8LLA, 73, everyone. That's good. I'll be listening. Back to net control.
All right there, Neil. Well, wonderful to hear you out there today, my friend, as always. I'm going to say 73 to you. Take care, get some rest today, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log real soon. And I'm going to have to come to Brewster and visit, too. So we're going to say 73, and we're going to go on over here to Miss Nancy now. KI5OZZ, how you doing, and what do you know?
KD8EPC and the rest of the Boredom Breaker netizens, good afternoon from KI5OZZ, where I'm starting to grow gills or fins or something or another out here. We've got about probably 2 inches of precipitation since last night on the ground and running through the yard and et cetera and so on, making a mess and all that good stuff. But, hey, it's good for the flowers and good for the garden. So I'm not complaining too terribly much, especially once we get out on the lake. If it's about 8 or 10 foot over, we're going to catch a lot of fish. So hopefully we'll get around to doing that this weekend. But I'll hand it back to you and wait till the top of the hour. And have a great rest of your afternoon. It's kind of nap weather out here, so hopefully I'll stay awake for my hour of the net. Hi. Back over to you there, Dustin. Good to have you on here. And thank you, Nick, for being the man behind the curtain. KI5OZZ, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right there, Miss Nancy. Well, pleasure to hear you, and we'll be looking for you here at the top of the hour, and thanks for doing the second hour for us. We're going to say 73 for now. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. We're at the bottom of the list as it stands. We did pick up KC5 Real Big Guns, Shannon off the blue screen there, and we're looking for some more check-ins. This is KD8EPC. Please call now.
Yeah, Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango, W7STT. Still down here in Garland County, Arkansas.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie, and 3 MDC, Mike Lewis to Salem.
Well, India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike, KI5WDM, Donald in the Osage.
All right, we picked up a few. Everybody in nice order there. We have KC5 Real Big Gun Shannon. We have W7STT Cal. We have M3 MDC Michael. And we have KI5 WDM Donald. Let's start right here at the top. KC5 Real Big Guns. How you doing, you old fart?
Hello there, Dustin in the net, KC5RBG, and yes, I am officially old. They went to the podiatrist today, and they actually issued me a walker. They don't want me to fall. So they've also ordered me diabetic shoes and diabetic braces for my feet. Trying to do everything they can to stop me from getting a sore on my feet, because that would be really bad. She couldn't feel a pulse in my left leg, which I've been having that problem. She ended up having to use a Doppler to hear the pulse, which she did hear, so that was good. But yeah, she did a lot of things. And they gave me a mirror that's attached to a telescoping pole, so I can look at the bottom of my feet, make sure there's no sores or anything down there, because I can't feel my feet. She was really worried about that, so And I said, I've been like that for quite some time, so, hopefully my vein doctor can remedy some of that. We'll see. Because he's got me looking at some procedures to do as well, so. Other than that, gosh, been raining constant pretty much for the last 2 days. And today is just rain, rain, rain. Lots of thunder and lightning. We're getting through it, though. As long as I wear my waterproof boots and my bearskin raincoat, I'm okay, I guess. But pretty soon I think I'm going to need waders. It's terrible around here. Anyway, I'll let you get on down the list there. You have a good one there, Dustin. Take care. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, I hope all that helps and you don't get any sores there. And yeah, I think there's a procedure to kind of help open the veins in the legs and make it better. But definitely take care because you don't want to lose them for sure. And I'll tell you, if it gets much worse, you can just pull out the kayak and save the gas and start kayaking places. So we'll say 73 and catch you on down the log. And we're going to go over and talk to Arkansas now. WS7STT. What do you know, Cal?
Yeah, KD8EPC, Internet, W7STT. Well, as you say, what do I know? Well, very little, but try to stay ignorant of a lot of things, and that keeps me out of problems sometimes, but makes other problems. So anyway, yeah, other than that, we're looking at about 83 degrees and partly cloudy, a little breezy off and on, and but it hadn't blown me away yet, so I guess I won't end up in Kansas or anywhere, so we're doing all right on that score. Anyway, just enjoying the net and what's been going and interesting comments. Well, that diabetic situation can be real iffy. Be careful, and try to keep those feet going. Man, it's not good when that happens. My father-in-law had a problem with that and lost one, so. Yeah, it's not good. But other than that, Dustin and everybody else, we'll just pass along our 73s and 88s to the better-looking part of the crew and try to be around here in a little bit and check in on the Queen of Oz here, as I call her. And be good to get in on that session, too. So we'll say 73s all to old geezers and 88s to the better-looking part. And as old Tennessee Ernie Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. 73, Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango.
All right there, Cal. Well, great to hear you out there today, as always. And we'll say 73 and look forward to hearing you down the log again real soon. Let's go over and talk to Michael now, N3MDC. How you doing there, Michael, and how's Mom doing?
Oh, she's hanging in there, Dustin. She's doing a lot better now. She's over the fall she had recently, so she told me yesterday she's doing a lot better now, even though her heart's still in the way it is. But yeah, she's 100% better now. Now I've got to worry about my sister, worry about Tallulah. They're both recovering from some sicknesses. Tallulah's better now, but my sister's now trying to struggle from recovering from a sickness. But other than that, Dustin, I'm getting ready to get my mom up, get her food going, because we got to figure out what we're going to have for dinner later on. I don't know what we'll have, but Dustin, I want you and everybody here on here to think about me on Monday. I've got my echocardiogram at 1:30 in the morning. I don't know what's going to happen with it because, I've gained some weight over the last 2 months. I weigh 182 pounds, which is not good, because the more pressure does on my heart, the more my heart has to work overtime. So I don't know how my echo is going to turn out Monday, but I'll know in a week if Dr. Budek finds anything. I'll let everybody here on the Boredom Breaker Net if Dr. Budek finds anything. So, but that's next week, Dustin. I'll let everybody know later on what happens. But back to you, Dustin. N3MDC, back to you.
All right. right there, Michael. Well, I hope everything goes well with that, and we'll look forward to catching you next week. We'll say 73 for now, and that's going to bring me on over here to Donald, KI5 at WDM. What do you know, Donald? How you doing?
This is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike. Hello, Dustin. And Jerry in the background there. I know it's raining. I know since I put the rain gauge out, what was it, at 8 o'clock yesterday morning, and it started raining, I've got 6 inches of rain. I've had to dump the rain gauge, and it's refilling again, and it's still raining pretty good. All the creeks around us are flowing over. Several of the low water crossings are blocked off. Highway getting out of here, going toward Tulsa is blocked off. So, yeah, lots of water. That's all I... This is KI5WDM wishing everybody well, and God bless. I'll be standing by.
All right there, Donald. We'll say 73 to you. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll catch you on down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I've got just a couple of minutes left, so any other stations that want to squeeze in here on the first hour, go ahead and call them out.
Contact W8WKY.
Ray, Tulsa.
Kilo SLE, Oscar with the X-ray.
All right, I picked up several there. I heard Neil trying to come in there, so stand by, Neil. I'll get right to you. I heard another station, but all I got was Ray in Tulsa. I got Key 8 SFS, Mark in Wadsworth, and I have Key 8 OWX Thomas in the mobile. Ray in Tulsa, would you key for a second or two? Give me your call, and then let it go.
Yes. Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Sierra India. Ray in Tulsa. I'm trying to the net started. For some reason I'm not able to get through. Not sure why, but I never had a problem in the past. But hopefully you're receiving me now.
All right there. We had a bit of a pile up at the beginning there, so I do apologize if I missed you, but we got you in there. So you're first on this, or actually, I'll be right back to you. I have a mobile real quick, and I'll be right back to you. Let me go over to Thomas here, Key OWX. How you doing there, Thomas? Oh, we may have lost him. Let's try one more time. Key OWX, you still out there, Thomas?
Yeah, this is Kilowatt Delta 8 Romeo Whiskey X-ray. Might have got me and that other confused. Anyway, I'm mobile, working from Thomas. Just wanted to jump in and out.
All right, yeah, we'll correct that. Romeo Whiskey X-ray. Good to hear you out there. Do you have anything else for the net today?
No, sir. Just taking off to go to another job here. Stop in and say hi to you guys. 73 Kilowatt Delta 8 Romeo Whiskey X-ray. Back to net.
All right there, Scott. We'll say 73 to you mobile safely, and good to hear you out there. All right, let's go over here to KC5WSI. Go ahead there, Ray.
Thank you, sir, for running the net. Appreciate it. Good net so far. Been a long one so far. Not bad. A lot of chickens, sounds like. Anyway, not much happening here. We've been sitting here in our RV for 3 days at an RV park in Tulsa. And we've got a portable antenna that we raise up to get on the nets and whatnot in HL. But
Yeah, we've been watching the rain here for 3 days. Ain't been able to do a whole heck of a lot. So finally broke down today and said, you know what? I'm going to grill something or cook something, and ended up making me a nice little lunch. We grilled some salmon up and some shrimp for lunch, and we're smoking some pork for dinner. So rain or shine, we're going to cook anyway and try to enjoy that part of it. And hopefully the rest of it, the rest of the week gets a little bit better. I'm retired, but I also work a little part-time. I came out of retirement work part-time, but I haven't been able to work the last 3 days because I can't work in the weather. But other than that, just kind of waiting for this weather to go away. I can't believe we're getting so much rain at one time, but it's kind of crazy. Hopefully the bad weather stays away from us. But other than that, that's about what's happening here. Just wanted to get in here and say hey and see what's going on. Been listening to Nets. That's about it, guys. So 73 is everybody. Thanks for running the net. We'll be monitoring for the rest of the night. So Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Sierra India, in the RV, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
All right there, Ray. We'll say 73 to you from the RV, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. And I hope the rain goes away. Send it our way. We need all the rain we can get. Things are looking pretty dry in Ohio. So we're going to jump on over here to Southern Mark now. SFS, how you doing there, Mark?
Hey, might get it tomorrow, but you ain't doing it today. Today we got sunshine, 57 degrees right now. And I don't have a gas report, so I can't give it to you on the gas report. And let me drop that for a bit. I'm doing okay. Just checking in with you to say hello. Okay, so I'll give it back to you. Kia after 8, Sheriff Octo, Sir. Martin and Wadsworth.
All right there, Mark. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the line. And have yourself a great day, my friend. All right, my time is up. I'm over by a few minutes, so we're going to look for Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ. Are you ready to take the helm?
KD8 EPC, this is KI5OZZ. Yes, sir, I am. Whenever you're ready, and have said your goodbyes and close out. KI5OZZ, go ahead.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Nancy, and I'd like to thank everybody that checked in with us on the first hour. We couldn't do this net without all our wonderful check-ins. Thank you, Miss Nancy, again for doing the second hour. I really do appreciate it. It's always great to hear you. With that, this is KD8 EPC. I'm going to say 73 and clear and turn over net control to KI5OZZ. Have a great net, Miss Nancy. Get lots of check-ins.
Fine business, Dustin. I'm sure we'll catch each other somewhere down the log. We'll clear with KD8 EPC. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, for the second hour of today's N5XQK Border Breaker Net. This is Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI5OZZ, the Oz, in Tex, Oklahoma. And the handle is Nancy, November Alpha, November Charlie Yankee. And I'll be making an announcement here. Let me let it drop for a second. NC5EE is going to be giving a CW class on the 146 Mark 985 repeater here local to Oklahoma, starting on Monday the 12th at 1900 hours local time. And he has done that before and has had many students do very well with CW, so we're looking forward to Chuck doing that again. Real quick, let me give it another break. Well, I've got three different things that I wanted to talk about today, but I think probably the best one to talk about today is different ways to power your station in inclement weather. So ways to power your amateur radio station. This is why we have field day and so on. But what do you actually do in the house for powering your station? So this is KI5OZZ for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. Please come with your call phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
KC8, Fox Queen Victor, good afternoon. KCFQV.
Well, I picked up Mark there, KC8FQV, and I don't know if someone doubled with him at the end of his transmission or if someone just keyed up and didn't say anything or didn't realize that they were on the repeater. So come on in with your call, phonetically and alphabetically, please.
W8W.
Kilo
KI5OZZ, this is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima.
Double Texas,
SLG. Nick in Ohio. That was me that keyed up. I grabbed the wrong radio. Key SLG.
Whiskey 8 Tango Delta, W8TD, John in Wadsworth.
Well, I got a couple of more stations there, and I think along with Nick, I got one of the other Nicks. All I got out of the call was Alpha Delta Echo, and I believe that it was a Nick in Cibolo. If you could come back with your call one more time for me.
This is KF5ADE. Sorry, Nancy. Yeah, it's me. And I had my feedback going with Sandy's iPad. I've totally spaced out the fact that it was sitting over there. Nonetheless, that all is correct. Thank you. KF5AD back to net control.
Fine business there, Nick. And I also got the other Nick, KD8SLG, and I also picked up John, W8TD. So let's head on back up to the top of the list and pick up Northern Mark, KC8FQV. Welcome to the show this afternoon. What you got for us?
Right, Nancy, KCFQV. Well, not a lot. It was 60. I gotta go see what it is now. I just brought Netlogger up a little bit ago. I haven't gotten over there yet. So I gotta save one of these I got open. But we'll do that and open the other one. Make a new one. But only 61 degrees. I heard you. I can't remember what you were going to ask, because you were asking several things. But maybe you refresh my memory. Just say the word that you were going to ask us to mention about today. KCFQV.
Hey, you betcha, Mark. We're looking for alternate ways to power your radio station here, in your actual home in inclement weather.
All right, yeah. There's so many words going on. Yeah, you got solar power. I've always thought, we have the stream here. Geez, put a little turbine in the water, and because the water is pretty much always, not always running, but a lot of times it's running. And boy, oh boy, when it rains, it really runs. But I said, geez, oh man, you could have power, you could have solar power, you could have wind power, have a controller that's taking power from either one of them things, charging batteries and running your house. Geez, oh man, you could have, you have a water, you have a creek or something in your property,
harness that water. Harness that flow of stuff. You could never run out of power. You could have, and then of course you would have battery backup. You would have battery because you'd be charging, everything you generate, have enough power being generated that it could run your house and charge everything up. So let's send it back to net. Yaz, KCUP-QV.
Fine business there, Mark, and we have a stream that's it's probably about a half a mile away from the house, and unfortunately not on our property, but it does run all year long and even in the driest part of the summer. I'd love to be able to harness it, but it is not in the cards as it's not on our property, but good ideas there. Thanks, Mark. I'm clear with KC8FQV, and let's pick up Nick and Cibolo. KF5ADE, welcome to the show this afternoon. This is KI5OZZ for the net.
Thank you, Nancy. This is KF5ADE. And, down here, I've ran battery power, getting solar. I've got a couple panels off to the south side of the house over here real close to my corner of the house. And that's what we've used for a very long time. For powering the batteries or powering the radios when I'm on the radios, and it is a wonderful thing to listen to the whole neighborhood. Now I'm in a suburban area. Cibolo is a fairly small town, but it's built up like crazy. So I have quite a few houses up and around me, and we have so much local QRM and QRN. It's just incredible. And the few times we've lost power in the wintertime for any extended length of time, it is so nice. The noise floor of the radio system goes down to like zero, and I'm on DC with the radios, and it's so nice to operate in that time frame. Uncomfortable for everybody else, of course, but that's what we have down here. We have our solar panels with some batteries that are attached. And that's what we can run off of. Otherwise, we can run off of it when it's in the good time. So with that, I guess I'll return it back to you. This is KF5ADE.
Fine business there, Nick. It sounds like you've got it all worked out there, and make sure to wave howdy to Miss Sandy for us if she's not going to check in later. We'll clear with KF5ADE, and let's pick up the other Nick, just Nick. KD8SLG, welcome to the show. Come on in.
KI5OZZ, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Nancy, and all the Boredom Breaker netizens. That was me. It wasn't actually wrong radio I picked up, but I was actually looking at the wrong dashboard. Didn't know that it was me who was keying up. My bad. I've got a couple of the lithium ion fast phosphate batteries, the LIFEPO4 ones. They work really good for running the HF rigs for a while when I need them. I do have solar panels and charger with the box waiting for use. And of course, I got a bunch of handy talkies that are always charged up with extra batteries. And I got a bucket full of Baofungs. So there. All right, man. Good hearing you on the radio this afternoon. Have a great net. And I'd like to take this opportunity to invite everybody to the Beacon Net tonight. That's 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-in start a half hour before the net starts. Allstar node, 48496, EchoLink W8WKY-R. And if you can get here, you can't get there because we are linked up with the Border Breaker Hub. I think it's a Josh and Lucy show tonight, as Dustin mentioned. That's always a good time. See you there. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
Fine business, Nick, and yes, it's always handy to have a handy talkie laying around, especially when it's charged. And thank you for the announcement for the Beacon Net later on this evening. You make sure and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Let's pick up W8TD. John, how you doing this afternoon? Come on in.
Good afternoon, all. W8TD. John in Wadsworth. I haven't thought too much about emergency power here. There's probably a dozen VHF, UHF radios with charged batteries, so I could coast quite a while with FM and DMR capabilities. But the HF station, primary operating position is Collins S line. I don't have an easy way to power that with batteries. The secondary station is earlier Collins, and I certainly don't have a way to power that with batteries. However, the tertiary operating position is a Flex 6300 that would operate off of 12-volt batteries if I decided to set something up. I just haven't decided to. Meanwhile, I'm home. No more roving reports for me. I'll be here at least until October, so I'll be connecting via radio, which I heard somebody on the net a few times say, by radio, the way it ought to be. So here I am actually talking on a radio instead of digitally accessing from wherever I happen to be. KD5OZZ in the net, W8TD.
Well, John, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to get your land legs back. And, yeah, that would be, I want to say it's Ron. LTR is the suffix, which he's been known to be called the line. And, yes, on RF, the way it should be. Good to hear you in there, and look forward to hearing from you again. Let's clear with W8TD. 73 to you there, John, and let's pick up Dustin, KD8 EPC, prior hours net control. What you got going on, Dustin?
KI5OZZ and the Boredom Breaker Net. Well, good afternoon, Miss Nancy. Well, I heard you asking what people use to power their radios in an emergency when the power goes out, and I have a treadmill here, and I just I put the hound dog on it and I hang a steak on a fishing pole, and she runs and runs and runs until the power comes back on, and then if she's lucky, I might cook her the steak there. So that's the story with that. But otherwise, not a lot going on. Getting ready to head out the door. I got to go cut Ed's grass before it rains for the next 2 or 3 days here. So 73, have a great rest of the net. Thanks for having me, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KD8 EPC. Back to net control.
Fine business there, Dustin, and as long as she gets well rewarded for her labor, I'm sure she does just fine. We'll clear with KD8 EPC. Good to hear you in there, Dustin. And don't break a sweat too much on that grass. So 73 at you. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Let's take some more check-ins. This is KI5OZZ for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. We're discussing alternate ways to power your radio station at the ham shack in your home or your QTH. So come on in with your call phonetically and alphabetically, please. I'm listening.
Kilo Quebec 4, Kilo India Hotel.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra.
And Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango W7STT, still down here in Garland County, Arkansas.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike, Donald in the Osage.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8, Uniform India Bravo, KE8 UIB, John in Ohio. Recheck.
Well, that's a fine group of operators there. I've got Robert first, KQ4, KIH. I've got Grant, KD5 AFS, Cal, Whiskey 7, Sierra Tango Tango, Donald out in the Osage, KI5 WDM, and John at the Salt Mine, KE8 UIB. Let's head up to Robert first, KQ4 KIH. Welcome to the show this afternoon. KI5OZZ here for the net.
Well, hey, glad to be here. I was just firing up the Ham Shack hotline number periodically because apparently if you don't use it enough, they disable your connection. But as far as backup power, I've got about 200 amp hour battery in the basement that I have a solar panel keeping it topped up, and I think 200 amp hours would last me a couple of days if worse came to worse. Back to you, Nat.
Oh, fine business there. Yeah, we keep a truck battery. Actually, we have several that we rotate on the charger. And then we just we hook up the alligator clips to it for the inverter. And when I'm on Allstar, I plug in the modem and the router and the Allstar node. And it powers it just fine. She's chugging right along. So fine business there, Robert. Thanks for hopping in here and visiting with us. We'll clear with KQ4, KIH 73 at you. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and let's pick up Grant, KD5 AFS. Come on in.
KI5OZZ in the net, KD5 AFS. Good afternoon, Nancy, and everybody else out there. I have a backup battery. It's an interstate boat battery, just a big deep cycle battery, and I am on it now with the Icom 2730 running 5 watts into a mag mount stuck on one of my roll-around toolboxes, so I guess it's working okay. You know, anytime the weather's bad enough that I disconnect all the outside antennas, I generally kill the power supply. I don't turn it off very often, but, you know, if the weather's bad, I'll go ahead and turn it off. And I do have a generator. I think it's about 6,200 watts, so that'll work. Plus, I have several HTs and extra batteries for some of the HTs, so, you know, you can hook a HT to an outside antenna and a small battery and run for quite a while. It works pretty good, but I guess it's working good today because I've been on it since today. I checked the voltage a little before the net started, and it's still sitting at 12.6, so far so good. Thanks for picking me up and running the net, Nancy, and I will send it back. KD5 AFS.
Fine business, Grant, and it sounds like you've got several avenues in case one doesn't work, and that's always good to have a backup plan for the backup plan. So good to hear from you. We'll clear with KD5 AFS 73 and have a great rest of your Wednesday. Let's pick up Cal, Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango. Welcome to the show this afternoon. KI5OZZ here for the net.
KI5OZZ and the net W7STT. Well, the question of the day. I have a medium-sized generator that would run dual real well for a long, long time. And if all else fails, there's always power under my hood on the car and a pickup truck and a little RV trailer, travel trailer that has a deep cycle battery on it, that stays charged all the time. And so I could probably run, quite a while if I don't talk all the time and just listen and emergency radio reports and what have you. Listening is not bad on the power at all. Other than that, it is something to be ready for just in case. That's one excuse I use for being a ham is, well, what happens if all else fails? We may want to talk to somebody. That would be the best excuse I could think of. Let me recycle this thing before it gets grouchy and grumbles at me. And I don't like it making funny noises and grumbling. Other than that, Ms. Nancy, we having a pretty good day here. I made it all the way up to now, and having good weather so far here. We're not drowning, but for sure. It hadn't rained at all for the last week or so. And other than that, we'll get out of here and let you get somebody that probably has something intelligent to say. I hate to talk when I don't have something reasonably intelligent. Anyway, We'll pass along our 7.3s to all the old geezers and 88s to the better-looking part of the crew. And, of course, as old Tennessee Ernie Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. KI5OZZ and the whole net. CT.
Fine business there, Cal. Always good to have that backup plan with the generator and et cetera. Good to hear from you, and hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. So 73 at you. We'll clear with Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango. Let's pick up Donald out in the Osage. KI5 WDM. Welcome to the show this afternoon. KI5 OZZ here for the net.
This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. I have several batteries. I'm an old country boy. I've got batteries for everything. So I've got batteries, I've got solar panels, I've got 2 generators, and I've got a car alternator that I can throw on another deal with a small lawnmower motor, and run that alternator and charge things up. So, yeah, out here our electric is not super dependable. And when it goes out, it tends to go out for days at a time. So we've been self-supported for a long time, and sliding amateur radio in there was a no-brainer. Not hard to do at all.
Fine business. Yeah, it's real easy when it's a walk in the park. And thank you for the alternator with the lawnmower idea. We power, when we butcher our chickens, we power our chicken plucker with a somewhat disassembled rototiller. So we could probably do the same with one of the several alternators that are in one of the several vehicles here on the property in a pinch in probably less than 30 minutes, give or take, depending on what wire we find. Hi.
Yeah, just depending on, sounds like your husband got a grip on things like I do. Don't throw nothing away and keep everything, and probably knows how to use all of it. So I'm sure he's already aware an older generator needs a regulator and the newer ones don't. That's all I've got. Hope everybody has a great day. This is KI5WDM on the side.
Yep, roger that, Donald. And, yeah, when there's a guy with a square body that runs a small block Chevy, you can almost guarantee he knows how to do a lot of things. So, fine business there, Donald. Great to hear from you. Make sure and wave howdy at the other half for us. We'll clear with KI5WDM. And try not to grow any gills out there, but, here's hoping. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Let's pick up John at the Salt Mine, KE8UIB. Welcome to the net. Come on in.
KI5OZZ from KE8UIB. Good afternoon, Nancy, everybody out there on the net. This is kind of ironic. The wife and I, just a week ago, was talking about me building a battery box and for backup and for POTA, something I want to get into. And we were at a local ham fest on Saturday, and she had won a 12-volt, 30-amp, I think it's 150 milliamp hour battery, and well over $100 battery. A great win, that's for sure. So that'll build our first battery box. And as far as like the HT goes, I have probably alongside my DMRs and my GMRS and DMRs, we probably have just 12 standard HTs laying around, and quite a few of them have extra batteries. On the HTs alone, I could probably go for 2 weeks. Then as far as my HF, at this point, I have the 12-volt cord for the Zygu G90, and my truck's kind of set up that I could throw a multi-purpose antenna or get antennas ran to it. That was my emergency plan, but now we're working on building the battery boxes. With that, you guys, this is KA-UIB. I'm ready to hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3, y'all finish running the net, Nancy.
Fine business, John. I'll make sure and throw a nickel in the jar for you and make sure to work the job and not let it work you and make sure and say howdy to the other half for us if she doesn't have a chance to pipe in here. We'll clear with KE8UIB. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Let's take some more check-ins. The subject of the day is how to power or how do you power your ham shack in inclement weather. Should the need arise. This is KI5OZZ for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. Please come with your call phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
I don't know if you can hear me, but this is KI5TAQ. Please check me in and out. This is KI5TAQ. Please check me in and out.
Net control. Please check in KR4CMQ, Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Mike, Quebec. This is Nathan in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Well, fine business. We've got a couple more there. KI5TAQ, got your in and out there. You make sure and mobile safe or do whatever it is you're doing safe in this weather and wave howdy to the other half for us. That's KI5TAQ. And then we picked up Nathan. I haven't heard anyone call in from Mount Airy, North Carolina in a minute. KR4CMQ, welcome to the net. Come on in.
KR4CMQ, thanks for checking me in this afternoon. Yeah, I'm still fairly new to the hobby here. Been at it for just a couple months, but yeah, really enjoyed it. Meeting some great folks. Thank you for calling the net. I listen quite a bit, but not able to check in quite often. And to answer your question of the day, my shack's not that big yet, but still working on it. But I power it with a 120 amp hour forklift battery that my brother-in-law gave to me. So, pretty nice little gift there. I'll turn it back over to net control, KR4CMQ.
Well, fine business there, Nathan, and may I say welcome to the Hamily, and good to hear you call into the net here, and great as a new ham to hear that you have such a wonderful power source. That is a fantastic gift. I certainly hope it has wheels strapped to it, hi, or it has a permanent home or permanent-ish home. But good to hear from you, and thanks for checking in with us. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. 73 at you. We'll clear with KR4CMQ. Let's see if there's anyone else out there. For today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. We're just past the bottom of the hour. Please come to your call phonetically and alphabetically. We're discussing alternate power sources for your ham shack at the QTH during inclement weather. This is KI5OZZ for the net. Come on in.
KO5OZZ. WV3K, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
I got Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, and then Ray in Tulsa, all I got was the whiskey on your call. If you could come back with your call one more time for me.
Yes, ma'am. Kilo, Charlie 5, Whiskey Sierra India, Ray, in Tulsa.
Fine business, Ray. You're at the top list, so why don't you go ahead and take it? KC5WSI, welcome.
10-4, thank you for running that. Sounding good so far. Checked in on the earlier one. Anyway, I sound like you were talking about power sources for your hams. I'm actually in my RV right now. We're in an RV park. We're transmitting out of that. We've got a 30-foot push-up antenna off of our ladder here, so works okay for what we need. But our main power source and for everything we had in our house, we had pretty much everything you can think of. The biggest part was the generator backup right outside the window of my ham shack. We also had a dual battery set up in there with solar power and an automatic switching supply, so that if I was talking, the power went down, it would not lose a second. It would just switch immediately over to it, so you wouldn't even really realize that I had lost the signal. So that was kind of a big help, and the batteries would stay up for hours as long as you kept the power low, so that worked out pretty good. And the solar would keep it up, over time, as long as you didn't transmit too much. But that worked really well. And, of course, like I said, we always had the generator for a backup. So never really had an issue with staying connected when power was out, even when we had the big ice storm in Tulsa years ago, and among other things that has happened since then. But I'm getting old, so I've been through a lot of this stuff. But we always had communications like that. So I prepared myself early and plan on staying that way. Anyway, that's about all I got for the net. Anyway, we'll say 73s for now unless you get some more check-ins. Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Sierra India.
Fine business there, Ray. And the switch I hadn't thought of before. I have to manually do everything, but I don't have. It's pretty much a temporary setup. We do have a generator, and we're going to be going to solar on some parts of the house. But having the auto switch, that's a pretty fantastic feature. So fine business, and thank you for mentioning that. Ray, you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and don't float away. We'll clear with KC5WSI, and let's pop down here and pick up Phil, WV3K. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Come on in.
Well, hello, Nancy. Good to hear you. Got up late today and had not a real great night last night. But as far as answering your question, the only thing I can really think of is something that would be kind of natural at the same time, also simple, would be to have a running brook and a dynamo on a paddle wheel that would generate with gears on it, help increase, facilitate a reasonable amount of kinetic energy to run a dynamo, charge a deep cycle battery undercover so weather doesn't affect it, and just have that running to a shack with a simple communications with either A1A or F3E or 70 centimeters of 70 centimeters or VHF low power, and tying in with the many repeaters and stuff that we have and the nodes that are available and people helping to connect us. That would be, not that we have to be so dependent, but if I need to, I could just jump on my A1A and go QRP anywhere I need to and communicate. So that's something that would be favor with me. Other than that, I hope that your day is going very, very well, and it's good to hear your voice. It's very uplifting, and it gets me to smile inside. So anyway, thank you for taking my call, and I hope that your day is blessed and that you'll continue to find joy and peace in it. So with that, I'm going to leave you with that, and thank you again, and good to hear you. So I'm going to go ahead and clear and return this over back to you in your very capable hands. KO5 OZZWV3K will be clear. And thank you, Nancy, and God bless. 7-3.
Well, Phil, thank you so much for the kind words, and it's fine business to have you in on my part of the net. And yes, you know what? First of all, I have to say, if I bring a smile to anyone's face, whether it's on the radio or in person, then my day is complete. But I also like to get my hands in the dirt. Well, when it's dirt, not mud. Hi. And I did that a little bit this morning and got a couple of tubs filled and got some annual herb seeds started right before the rain took off. So it'll be well watered in. And I got a roof put on my refrigerator that's outside the door, so the water runoff doesn't freeze in the freezer. Plus, it makes pretty noise because it's a little piece of tin. So there you go. Productive day so far, and letting God take care of the rest of it with the precipitation, and I'll say it's a good day for sure. Plus, I get to play on the radio, so there's that. All right, we'll clear with WV3K. Blessings to you as well, and 73. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Let's see if there's anyone else that wants to check in for today's N5X2K Boredom Breaker Net. We are discussing alternate power sources to keep your ham shack up and running for transmit or receive. And lots of great ideas out there. Thank you so much for all of the wonderful ideas, and hopefully folks are taking notes and so on like that. So let's see if there's anyone else out there that wants to check in. This is KI5OZZ for today's net. Please come through, call phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
Kilo Charlie 5 Whiskey Sierra India restart.
KE8 VOX at Kilo Echo 8 Victor Oscar X-ray Scott, Ohio.
K5 CFY Kilo 5 Charlie Foxtrot Yankee Ray in Tulsa.
Now, there's another little handful there. Let's see, I got KC5WSI for your recheck, and KE8VOX, Scott and Vermilion, and Ray in Tulsa, K5CFY. Go ahead, Ray, with your recheck, KC5WSI.
Yes, ma'am. It sounded like you didn't know about that switching supply. Thought I'd just give you a quick little info on it. You can buy it at DX Engineering. It's like $50 or less. I think I paid $49 for mine. There's several different types you can buy, but it hooks up to your power supply that you normally use for your radios and to your batteries. If you lose power at any time, it instantly switches to your batteries. So the only thing you have to worry about is if you run an amplifier, you'll have to turn that off because it'll run your batteries dead fast. But as far as actual just regular radio use, you will have no problem. It'll stay up for hours. So I just thought to let you know, you can get it for $50 or less at DX Engineering. That'll fix you up for that. So that'll take care of your backup system, at least temporary anyway. And there's more you can do, but that works really well. I've had good luck with it. That's all I got. KC5 WSI.
Oh, fine business, and yep. Now I've got a shopping list started for the next time I get up to Ohio, where the DX Engineering is at the Summit Racing out there in Talmadge. Yeah, to all of my Ohio family, the shopping list has started. So I'll just warn you with that. Thank you so much for that recheck and the information there, Ray. We'll clear KC5WSI. That took up Scott and Vermilion, KE8VOX. How's it going this afternoon?
Victor Kilowatt 1, Julia Pena.
I had to wait for my note. KE8VOX. Thanks there, Nancy. Going pretty good up here. Bright and sunny day, a little chilly at 50 degrees, but otherwise a great day. The only thing, I got a solar panel. I use it for a POTA, but that'd be the same thing I'd be using if for in case of emergency. Solar power with a battery. The solar panel I've got on the controller, I've got ferrite chokes on it because it does introduce some noise to at least my HF rig. So That's what my setup is, Nancy. Thanks for doing the net, and thanks for getting me in. This KE8 to VOX, back to net control.
Well, fine business there, Scott, and thank you for the little tidbit about the ferrite choke. I run one on my node, so it'll be nothing at all to unwrap it from the power cable on that to run it over for that, or just get another one. But good stuff there, Scott. Thanks so much for that. We'll clear with KE8 VOX, and I did get you BK1 JT John. I'll have you come in after Ray. Who's up next? K5 CFY. Welcome to the show this afternoon. KI5 OZZ here for the net.
KI5 OZZ and the net. This is K5 CFY. Good afternoon there, Miss Nancy. Thanks for running net and all this yucky weather out here. I think we're up to 2.5 inches of rain. So I think the drought's over with. But anyway, well, you've seen my setup. I have Caterpillar, or I have batteries outside my shack here that come out of a forklift, and then I power it with a inverter from a motorhome, a 65 amp. And it keeps the batteries charged and powers my radios. And if electricity goes out, it automatically switches over to 12 volts. So you never even know it, except if you're watching the voltmeter, it'll drop a few volts for a while. But anyway, that's all I got for the net. And I hope you. By the way, there's a thunderstorm warning just. I guess it just be to your south a little bit. It runs right up pretty close to you there, so keep an eye on the weather. K5 CFY.
Fine business there, Ray. I had to pause for my Node 2 ID, and thank you for the heads up on that. I've been keeping an eye on the radar and seeing all the pretty colors. Hi. But, yep, ready to grow gills at any given moment, for sure. And got the pontoons aired up in case I need to strap them on the buggy. So we might have to engage the four-wheel drive to go pick up Travis on the way back to the QTH this evening because the one low water crossing gets up to the right and past that in a jiffy in this kind of weather. So we'll have to see about that. Good on you, Ray, and thanks for the information on there. Good to hear you, and make sure to have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll clear with K5 CFY, and let's pick up John, VK1JT. Welcome to the show this afternoon. We're discussing alternate ways to power our ham shack at the home during inclement weather. Come on in. Victor Kilo 1, Juliet Tango, are you still with us? Well, maybe he had to hop off, or maybe he's got inclement weather too. So put a question mark there. Anyone else that wants to check in for today's net? It's 10 till the top of the hour. Come on in for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ. I'll be listening.
India 5, Mike X-Ray Zulu, Chuck Katusa.
Well, I'll certainly take them one at a time. Chuck and Katusa, KI5MXZ, welcome to the show this afternoon. We're discussing alternate power sources for our ham shack. What do you got for us? Come on in.
Well, I have a generator out back, and I would use the battery out of my truck if I had to. I have a power inverter.
Oh, fine business. Yeah, most of us that have a ham shack in the QTH also have the mobile going on also, and at the moment I only have Allstar with the internet hooked up for alternate power, but we could have the same setup. It's unfortunately on the other side of the room from the computer for the ham shack and the power supply and all that, but it'd been nothing to hop into the mobile and get that going as well.
Yeah, since I'm disabled, I don't move around too much. I took the mobile out of my truck, and I'm using it as my base station right now. And in the last 2 hours, I've been trying to get my internet working so I would have EchoLink during the storms, but that's a no-go.
Well, since I'm running Allstar on the internet, what I have done is we have several batteries we keep charged at all times, and I swapped out the bullet for a 100-watt inverter for the mobile for some alligator clips to hook onto the battery, and I've got a three-way adapter on there for the modem, the router, and the node to get all plugged in there, and it is just whirring along like it ain't no business.
You're definitely sounding good.
Well, thanks, Chuck. You got anything else for us? Are you growing gills yet?
No, but I think the webbing's starting to form in between my toes.
Well, you know, I much prefer webbing to fungus in between the toes. Hi.
Yeah, that's affirmative. This is Kilo India 5, Mike X-Ray Zulu. I'll be standing by.
Fine business there, Chuck. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll bid you 73 for the moment and clear with KI5MXZ. Is there anyone else that wants to check into the net, in and out, or if you got some information for us, that'd be great. This is KI5OZZ for the net. Come on in.
This is N5UUA.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q.
Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray Juliet, KQ4 UXJ, KJ Charlotte, Carolina, in and out and mobile.
E3OOL, Victor Echo 3 Oscar Lima, Gerald Mobile, Toronto, Ontario, and out. Just saying hi. Take care.
Well, we got picked up a few more there. We got N5UUA John. I've got AI5Q Jairus. I've got KQ4UXJ in the mobile with an in and out. KJ, you make sure and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for checking in with us, and mobile safe out there. As with Joe with your in and out, thank you so much for that. Mobile safe out there. VE3OOL. We got your in and out. So let's pick up John first, N5UUA. You know, John, I don't think I've ever heard you, and you haven't been mobile. Come on in.
That's funny. Well, believe it or not, good afternoon, and good afternoon to everyone listening in. I am not mobile for the first time in forever. I'm actually standing here at my workbench, and I just got through putting back together a little Astron switch mode power supply, and I hooked up a mobile radio to it and decided, I'll see what's going on 09 and check into the net if possible. So here I am.
Well, fine business there, John, and you're coming in great. It sounds wonderful.
Well, I have a long coax going over to the panel on the wall in the corner where my station normally hooks up. Although today, not much is connected up. I have my link station connected to an attic antenna, and no HF antennas connected up. Just been trying to avoid any lightning strikes, taking out equipment. But, so far, most of it's been, I think, to the south of us, here in Wagoner. It's raining. It really hasn't stopped raining in quite a while. Nice, dark, gloomy day for those listening abroad. It's one of those days here in Oklahoma where we just have had constant storms and rain and flooding in some areas, which you might have already talked about that during the net. I don't know. I haven't been listening in. Been doing other things. But anyway, thanks for taking my check-in. I'll give it up for someone else. N5UUA.
W8W.
Well, fine business there, John. Good to hear from you. And long coax or not, it's coming in absolutely crystal clear. So, John's one of those guys that really knows what he's doing. And some of us, like myself, only pretend we know what we're doing. But we don't say that kind of stuff on the radio. Hi. Good to hear from you, John. We'll clear with N5UUA and hop down to the great bearded one, Jairus, AI5Q, welcome. And how do you have emergency power hooked up to the shack?
Good afternoon, Nancy. Emergency power, I've got a battery backup that's on a automatic cutover switch, so it's powered and kept charged by my power supply, and when there is no outside power, it feeds power to the radio and automatically powers either my HF or my UHF, VHF rigs. That's just an old car battery, and then on top of that, I've got 3 different battery-powered inverters and solar panels that I can hook up and run for quite a long period of time, either just to the 12-volt ports on them or to the AC outlets, and then run my power supply off of them, either way. Same goes for the internet. Can run that off a battery inverter if need be, so I can be on Allstar if I want. And then I've also got the mobile radios in my truck and Nina's van and handy talkies. So everything's based on some sort of battery power, and then that battery power is topped up either by the grid or solar panels, either way. So not as elegant a setup as Ray, K5CFY, and his huge bank of batteries outside his window and all that, but everybody's got to start somewhere. So there you go. AI5Q, back to net control.
Roger that, and fine business. And you know what? As long as it works for as long as you need it to get information, that's what we need it for. And typically in powerless situations, we're listening more than we're transmitting. So whether it be to the link system or anything else local. Save the power by not transmitting quite as much. But fine business there. You make sure and say howdy to Nina and the crew there for us. We'll clear with AI5Q, and it's just past the top of the hour, so let's make this last call for today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ, and we're discussing alternate power methods to get the ham shack up and running in inclement weather. So if you got any ideas, or even if you don't, you're welcome to come on in. This is KI5OZZ for the net. Last call.
N5UUA rechecked.
KC5FM, over.
KC5
KC5JVT, Kilo Charlie 5, Juliet Victor Tango, Butch in Ardmore.
Well, we picked up a few more there. I've got N5UUA with a recheck. We'll get right back to you there, John. Picked up KC5FM Lloyd, and Butch, you're going to be our tail gunner today, KC5JVT. John, go ahead with your recheck, N5UUA.
Yeah, had I realized what the subject matter of today was, I could have added to that. So, I've chosen to use a very large battery that's an AGM type. And the reason why I go with AGM type batteries, even though they could be lead acid rechargeables that are sealed, is because they're sealed and they have low emissions. I don't really like the idea of a car battery or any kind of battery like that that's very well vented, that doesn't have some other kind of substrate or a chemical composition to it, just because it can give off corrosive gases. I really don't want that around my equipment unless I remote it away from my equipment. I did think about doing something like that at one point in time, using an ice chest, putting a battery in it, and then bringing cables in through the wall. I didn't go that route. So instead, I went with a mobility chair battery, a 100 amp per hour mobility chair battery that I was able to buy for less than $200. And I do have some components in line that keep the battery maintained off the same power supply that powers my workstation. My ham station. How's that so far?
Well, that sounds fantastic. And, yeah, folks like Ray, I know his forklift battery is outside of the house, and he runs a cable to it. It's right on basically the other side of the wall under the carport. Where he has it hooked up, so he just runs it right through the wall there. So he doesn't have to worry about, the fume or anything like that. And we change ours out often enough that, we only bring it inside when it's, inclement weather. So there you go.
Yeah, other than, having a gasoline-powered generator, I like having also the small battery inverter packages. I do have a Buetti, or however that's pronounced, that it comes in handy in a pinch. And like you, I like to keep batteries charged up on flashlights and handy talkies and our phones. And I do have also a little 20 amp per hour battery that I use, and I have it wired with a 15 amp fuse in line and power pole connections. So I can connect it up to whatever. And I have cables made up, to be able to use it in different ways. And a few years back, or actually a little bit longer than that, back when I got into doing the battery backup and being able to power the station off of a battery, I went all power pole on everything. Got into the power pole craze. So I find it convenient. Not everybody goes that route, and you don't have to, but a lot of devices for, battery maintenance and being able to automatically switch over from power supply to battery come in power pole with power pole connections. So it was really convenient, and I would recommend anyone to look into that. It's a little bit of an investment, but it's not outrageous. All right, that's it. N5UUA.
Well, John, I can't agree with you more about the power pole setup. It is very convenient, and it for a person that's OCD, it's quite organized as well, especially if you have a labeler to label those, or at least color code them. But that's for us OCD people. But good on you, and thanks for piping up in there. We'll clear with N5UU8, 73 at you, and let's pick up Lloyd, KC5 FM. Come on in.
Hello to Lloyd. Hello. And hello. Happy to hear that voice coming through the ether. Here's your reminder, folks. Sequoia, Oklahoma, Sequoia County has a tornado warning for the next 22 minutes. And flood is also in place, flood warnings around Oklahoma. Really wish y'all would be very weather aware this afternoon, because after the nap, I won't be here to tell you this stuff. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and thank you for picking me up. This is KC5 FM. Over.
W8WK.
Thanks, Lloyd. Much appreciate that. And once more, in Sequoia County, there is a tornado warning, live tornado warning in Sequoia County. Thanks again for that, Lloyd. We'll clear with KC5 FM. Have a blessed rest of your afternoon. And Butch, the tail gunner, KC5 JVT. Let's pick you up and see what you got to say. Come on in.
Yes, ma'am, Nancy. I've got two generators, a small one and a big one. But what I haven't heard mentioned much on our net tonight, this afternoon, is the small, what I call a small solar power pack. I've got two of them. Had them for like 3 years. And I can use that when I can take my cell phone at 30% charged, go out on my front porch, plug it into my solar battery, my solar pack, and in 1 hour it's charged back up to 100%. I can do the same thing with my three both things. I have one of them hooked up to the on top of my house to a J-pole, and I can reach out at least 15 miles and 20 miles with that bow thing, and if it comes down, I can charge it up with that solar pack. And you can get them now for $20, $25 off of Amazon. Very handy in an emergency. Anyway, that's all from Ardmore, Oklahoma. This is the KC5 JVT Clear.
Fine business there, Butch, and yep, I do have one of those small solar power packs. It'll charge a battery bank or anything USB. It's not very big, but it does do the cell phone, and with the USB charge cord to the newer type batteries for the Bofengs, it'll charge up the radio too. So fine business there. Thank you for mentioning that. We'll clear with KC5 JVT. And I would like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that NC5EE will once again start a CW class on Mondays at 1900 hours Central Time on the 146985 Rose repeater. And that'll be starting Monday the 12th. So hope to hear you in there. And let me give it a break real quick. I'd like to thank everyone who has checked in and shared their information today, and hopefully listeners have been able to take some notes and get some ideas about how to power their ham shack during inclement weather. I'd like to thank the SARA Club in Ohio for hooking us up. Great to have you, our Ohio Hamily, listening and participating with us. And everyone else who has checked in via Allstar, EchoLink, or other connections and devices, thank you so much. Let me give it a drop. Also like to thank the Rogers County Wireless Association for sponsoring the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net on the 147 Mark 090 machine in Claremore, Oklahoma, where the net was born. Thank you so much to all of the inceptors of the net and to all of the NCOs that have helped it out over the years. I'll draw the net to a close and return this repeater back to normal amateur radio use, whatever that may be. And remember, folks, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. 7-3 KI5 OZZ.